Hi, friends, and welcome to our weekly connection with Nomad Tribe and Team Ohanahala. I'm admitting a few more people, but as we get started, we always start off with celebrations and wins in our business. So as you're thinking about what's happened in the last week of your business, we're going to make it a little quick. So be thinking of what your big win was for the week, or something that you're excited about that's been happening that you want to celebrate. So we'll do quick wins real quick. How many times do you think I can say quick today? Start a tally. Okay, so who wants to start? If you guys don't volunteer, I'm gonna volunteer you. You guys know how it works. All right, Caitlin looks like she's unmuting.
Yeah, I have a big celebration. So I reached out to an old friend / customer who is a principal at a school. And I reminded her about our fundraising opportunities. And her team decided for a full catalog fundraiser for their elementary school, almost 700 students. So I'm like pooping my pants a little bit out of excitement and nervousness, but I ordered 700 showcase brochures last night, and I'm hoping that they arrive in time for the fundraiser to start.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on landing that. That's amazing.
I'm excited.
Cool. All right, who else wants to celebrate next? I saw Katie was unmuted for a second.
Helped a team member get certified this week, so celebrating that. I'm excited about that.
Love that. Yay, congratulations to both of you.
Yes.
All right, who's next? Quick win. All right, I'll go. I brought on a new teammate this week, and she's been a customer for a long time. I've asked her to join, and it's always been like, no, not right now. It doesn't fit, whatever. And then we were texting, and she's like, hey, so I'm actually looking at that $99 kit, and I was like, I feel that. I feel that deep in my soul. That was the only option when I joined, and it's still a great value, but it's even like more product now. So anyway, she's excited. She's having fun with it, and that's what I love. Like, the excitement comes from being able to keep this fun, right? So I wanna keep those feelings going. All right, who's next for a quick win?
I'll go. Sorry, I'm on my way back from counseling because gotta do the self-care stuff too. I had my vendor event last week, which was super successful.
Yay!
Which is exciting. And I have a couple new leads on some recruits and hosts, which is awesome, but that ended up going really well. But I'm actually preparing for my annual holiday open house. So getting all of that set up and ready. I've got people like asking me when the date is, which is awesome. I'm ready to get rid of some stock. But yeah, that's my win for this week, is that my event last week that I told you guys about, it ended up going really well. And yeah.
Yay!
Now we move forward.
Yay! Congratulations. Very exciting.
Thanks.
Cool. All right. Brandy, Edie, Jen, Michelle, quick wins.
No business win because I didn't work my business, but we're all alive.
You're alive. You're alive. What a win.
We all tested positive for strep yesterday, so we're just we're 4 for 4 on that. So we are just living.
Okay, well, if you need anything, please let me know.
Thank you.
You're like a minute away,
Thank you. I am just, the kids went to school today because they're 24 hours on meds. And I'm trying to clear sickness out of the house today.
Yes. Okay, good for you. I hope it helps.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're alive. What a win. All right, Edie, quick win for the week.
Does I'm here count?
Absolutely, but I know you've had some other successful stuff that I want you to celebrate yourself for.
Okay, so I am doing a full catalog fundraiser. Yes, they are completely scary. It's kind of slowed. So I'm working with a teenage girl, so it's kind of really interesting, and a mentor, I guess you would call it. And they came up with a texting party, and they're working on that.
Awesome.
To just get more people in, which I think is awesome. My PVR is blowing me away this month. This was my high month a year ago, being a new consultant. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to even get close. But I'm feeling really, really comfortable. Thank you for the text on the news station. What else? I don't know what else.
Those sound like some solid wins. So give yourself a round
They
of
are
applause
some
for that.
solid wins, and I too, we've had sickness in our house, but I think we're wrapping our heads around it and getting better. I'm looking forward to this week celebrating taking some photos because I have got like the whip box and some other things, and just haven't been up to being in a photo quite yet. So I'm celebrating getting my face back into what I'm promoting, because I think stock photos, or not stock photos, or ham photos are, whatever you have to do to make yourself comfortable. But I think it's when you show the surprise and the excitement in your face that it gets customers excited. So those are my wins.
All right, yay. Thanks for sharing, Edie. All right, Jen, what's your win this week?
I guess I would probably say that I have put minimal effort into things and I'm at least at leadership numbers. So that's good. And Tony told me to say that the town that we just fell in love with in Vermont, I did a consultant search and there are 0 consultants that pop up. So I was like, good, we can move there and I can be the consultant.
I'm not okay with that personally because I don't want you to move, but I love that journey for Tony. For those of you who don't know, Jen is having her commencement for graduation this week. Did it already happen? No,
No, commencement's on Saturday.
Okay,
so we're just still traveling around.
Yeah, okay. I've been watching the pictures and I didn't see any with, cap and gown. So I assumed it didn't happen yet, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't like, I didn't want to miss it.
That's Saturday.
Cool. Okay, yay, cool.
We're on our way to Maine right now, so.
That sounds so fun. Keep sending pictures to the Facebooks and I will keep stalking. Thank you so much. All right, Michelle, what is a quick win that you want to share from your business this week?
I'm confused. I have 2 Zoom meetings open. One has a camera, one does not, and everything is echoing. So I'm gonna try to close the one that does not have a video and hopefully you don't lose me.
Okay, come back.
I'm hearing myself talk twice.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
It worked. Okay. So I have a customer who is deployed right now, and I offered to send her a just a care package with, of course, with some Scentsy stuff in it because she made a Christmas tree out of a wood pallet. And I was like, ooh, I need to help her make that smell like a Christmas tree. So I sent her a package, and then it sparked this idea for me yesterday to offer a personal special to everybody who's deployed who needs to order a gift order to their family while they're gone. So I did a 20% discount for all everybody who's deployed right now through December 5th. I think I put a date on it of, and she's spreading the word and I'm getting orders like right now. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's a really cool personal special. For those of you guys who don't know, Michelle's husband is in the military as well. We actually met when we were stationed in Korea. So really great connection. I love that you're doing that. That's so special.
Thank you. I've never thought of it before. So I'm like very excited about it.
Awesome. I love that. Yay. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for sharing your quick wins. If you are watching the replay, we'd love it if you would share a quick win with us to celebrate yourself. Because oftentimes we get so excited, but then we forget to shout ourselves out. And we want you to know that that's okay to do. Because who doesn't love a self high five? I do. Right? So last week we talked about some really cool stuff. And at the end, I thought of a prompt that I wanted to start this week with. What are you avoiding in your business? Because we know the things that we should be doing. We know the things that are going to move us forward. And we know the things that maybe don't work for us. But oftentimes we have this frog that we're not eating, right? We have something that we know we need to be doing that we are avoiding. So what are you avoiding in your business? And it's okay to be honest. It's okay to, this is a judgment-free zone, you guys. I swear to you, all of us have been through probably all of it. But what is something that you are avoiding in your business? Real question, not rhetorical. Like I had to explain to my son last night when I asked him what he was doing. Not a rhetorical question.
I'll go. I currently need to set up a project broadcast for thank yous from my vendor event last week. I actually got one from the Pampered Chef girl because I ordered something through her. And I was like, this is genius. Like the way, what she wrote, like everything that she put in there was so good. And I was like, I need to do that. But it's been like 4 days now and I haven't done it. So, I'm going to do that by the end of the day today because I've said it out loud. So that means I have to do it now. So that's what I'm avoiding right now.
That's a really good one. And it's one of those things that's like, well, that sounds simple. Why don't you just do it? But when you're in your own head about it and life happens and you have all these other things that you want to do, that you need to do, it's easy to put those things off. Somebody actually, I was talking with a peer yesterday and she said, I am in a mood right now where I have to do the mental stuff. She said, I want to do the physical work, the things that feel like I'm being productive and it feels like I'm moving forward because I'm making samples or arranging my office or putting things away. But I need to do the mental stuff where it's like, okay, I've got to be intentional with, okay, following up and talking with my team and all the things that take that mental energy and aren't as easy to do mindlessly. That's like, it's just the default because of our brains, right? So what else?
I mean, that's literally why I'm coming back from counseling right now, because I was like, I have to go this week. Like I have to go. And yesterday I wasn't able to. We've got a lot going on at our house. And I was like, I literally have to get my mind right before I can do anything else. So I'm walking inside now.
Make sure that your Zoom doesn't stay attached to your van. It's happened before.
I intentionally connected it to my phone this time and not to the Bluetooth. So here we go.
All right. Who else wants to share something that they are avoiding? Again, I want to reiterate that this is a judgment-free zone. And like being able to say it out loud sometimes helps us get past that mental block and that hurdle.
I have been avoiding recruiting at all, sponsoring, finding new teammates. And it's been like 2 months of that. And I realized it the other day listening to a training about how to earn the incentive and started getting down on myself about like, I realize that's what I need to do to earn the incentive and I'm not doing it. So I'm brainstorming now.
Okay, I like that. So sometimes here's something I don't want you guys to get caught up in is judgment of yourself. Because oftentimes when we are thinking about all the things we should on ourselves so damn much that we just think about all these things that we should be doing. And then we get so hard on ourselves. We get so down on ourselves and talk to ourselves like we would never talk to our friends, our teammates, our kids. We talk to ourselves in a really bad way. And that is so detrimental. So as you're having these conversations with yourself and with us, and you're saying these things out loud, I would like to offer to you to reserve space for yourself, to give yourself grace and not hold any judgment over yourself. Say it out loud, let it exist, and then figure out how to move forward. Because our thoughts affect our feelings, and our feelings affect our actions, and our actions affect our results. So it all starts with that thought work. Make sense? All right, so who else is avoiding stuff? We all are. Spoiler alert.
I'm avoiding finding another follow-up from Amy because I'm just not good with computer stuff, and so I know it's going to be a thing for me, so I've been avoiding it, which is potentially hurting me because I'm not following up with people as well as I was.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's so hard when something like that happens because that was totally out of our control.
Yeah.
Amy going away was very unplanned. And for those who used it, what a blow.
Yeah. I was just getting in the groove of getting a system down and having it ready and following up monthly. And then now it's like, okay, I got to figure something else out. Which, I mean, I'm looking at different ones, but it's so overwhelming to me to learn a new program that I'm just avoiding it.
I get that. Well, if you ever want to learn Project Broadcast, I know we did that video for our team on, for our leaders on, no, the whole team Monday night.
And that helped. That did help, but
I mean, since you're local, we can always hang out, have coffee or whatever.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, if that's the route you want to choose. Otherwise, I can help you figure out something else too.
Okay, thank you.
All right, who else is avoiding something very specific? And it's like staring at them in the face and you're like, absolutely not, no thank you. And you're trying to put up this wall and it keeps peeking over. I like visuals. I'm avoiding talking to people still. You guys, isn't that wild? You know how much I love to talk. I'm avoiding people. Just like, no, it's fine. They don't want me to text them. They don't really want me to follow up and see how they're doing. Stupid stories I'm telling myself. I mean, they are just stories. They're not stupid. They don't have feelings or emotions. They're just stories I'm telling myself. So I'm avoiding talking to people.
Are you avoiding talking to people in your business or just people in general?
Mostly business.
Is that like a hangover from COVID, or is it just being an adult, you know?
I think it's like a lot of things. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some thought work on that to figure out what the real hang up is, because I've got things that I can do. I've got my scent crates that I can put together. I've got, because I know I need to get those out, right? So I'm avoiding interacting, and like I don't want to tell people like, okay, I'm gonna get it done, because then I'll have to be held accountable. I don't like that right now. And it's so dumb because I know how easy it is to get this stuff done, right? I've been doing this for over 9 years, but I still struggle.
Yeah.
And I'm not even in like a good book series right now where all I want to do is go sit and read a book, because that's usually my hang up is I want to curl up on the couch and read a book. Right now it's just, I don't want to. But how am I going to bring in the income that I desire? How am I going to meet new people and build my network? And so I think those ugly thoughts too are back there. And so then because I am retreating and I'm avoiding conflict, it's easier to do nothing for me.
There's the Enneagram 9.
What?
Yeah. I totally relate to that though. And I think that we worked so hard in the beginning for so long and it just became like what we did. And then fortunately, but unfortunately, we had those years of hyper growth and we were able to stop doing those things and everything kept going. But now that we actually have to start doing them again, it's like, well, what? You know, like I don't want to do that. But I think that there's a lot of things that play into that. I think it's definitely a compound effect of, you know, getting to choose what we start doing again.
Yes.
What things do we not want to do again that we were doing before? What things do we need to start doing again? Because I'm literally the same way. I'm exactly the same way. I'm like, I can do all of these things. Don't really want to. What do I need to do? What can I shelf? What am I going to just completely not do anymore? I think it's just a normal thing. And I think there's a lot of leaders that are kind of sitting in that. So you're not alone.
You know, and I think that's a really good point too, is we didn't have to do a lot of this for so long that it's almost like whether I'm going to equate it to working out, because I have been through so many ups and downs of my journey through exercise and working out and doing it for joy versus doing it because I feel like I have to do it. That it almost feels as though I'm having to start over, even though I'm not. I'm starting from the place of experience. I'm starting from the place of, okay, my customers know me. Texting them isn't going to be a big deal. But it's that feeling of, ugh, I have to start over with this whatever, and getting past that to be able to do it effectively and joyfully. I don't want it to feel like a burden. That's not why I do this business. I love my business. I have so much fun with it when I'm not hung up on in my own head. So anyway, there's transparent Ariel.
Okay, but even in workouts, so, you know, we don't work out for a long time and then you start back up again, which, hello, that's me right now. You always think that you're going to have to start over from the beginning.
Yeah.
But there's muscle memory.
Yep.
And it comes back so much faster. And once you just get back into that habit, or like you remember how good it feels to actually have success after a hard workout or after talking to a recruit, or like, okay, so example, I have a new customer that ordered from me during the clearance sale. I mean, like, she placed like a huge order, and I've known her for years, like well before Scentsy, literally since high school.
Mhm.
She's a hairstylist, and she bought for me, and I was like, oh, great. Maybe, like, you know, she doesn't have a consultant or whatever. I reached out to her, thanked her for her order. She texted me or messaged me on Facebook yesterday and said how much that she had never used Scentsy before. It's 2022. She had never used Scentsy before. She had been anxiously waiting, like stalking her tracking information for her box to come. Literally opened it as soon as the door closed when it arrived yesterday, and immediately placed another order. Like, that was so exciting. And that kind of thing has not happened in a very long time. And I've started to plant that seed of her joining, because if she loves it that much and she's already ordered that much, you know what I mean? Like, we all see where this is going. Everybody's wheels are turning right now because we know what to do next. But sometimes it just takes that little bit of hope, or that little like reminder of, hey, remember how this feels? Like, you remember what you're supposed to do next?
Mhm.
And it's not just one of those, oh, great, I have a new customer, or, you know, whatever. And maybe it is getting the new customer. I haven't gotten new customers in a long time, because I have a lot of regular customers, consistent regular customers, whether it's with Scentsy Club or whatever. But even getting a new club order last week was super exciting for me. That hasn't happened in a long time, because I talked to all of my customers a long time ago about club, and I have so many club orders that I haven't had new ones come in a long time. But getting a surprise club order, or getting a surprise, you know, excited message from somebody, like that makes your mind remember what it feels like to be back in a place of propelling forward in our business. And I think that for me, I haven't felt that in a long time. My business is really good and I love it. And it's not something that I'll ever give up. But there's a difference between going through the motions and putting one foot in front of the other and having it be your business, which isn't always fun all the time. It is just your business. And having new recruits, getting new club customers, getting a new customer that's never tried Scentsy, and having, like, experiencing that joy through them. There's that muscle memory, which is the exact same as having back on your Peloton for the first time in a long time, which almost killed me last week, by the way.
I'm so glad you're still alive.
I think it's searching for a win. It's me. Sorry. Searching for a win. I feel like sometimes when we're all going through the motion, but sometimes the outcome doesn't match the expectation, you automatically start going to a mindset of scarcity versus this mindset of abundance that we all know we can work from. But I feel like it's just, and listening to what you were saying too, Ariel and Maggie, it's, I was just talking to Shane last night too, because it's no different in our, you know, we do real estate also, and it's the exact same thing. We didn't have to do a lot of this for a long time because, I mean, hot potato, right? And now it's like mashed potato, no potato. And so we have to go back into all these things we were once doing. And for some reason, it feels a lot more tedious than it once did. It's also because I feel like we're working from this mindset of scarcity all of a sudden, that when you go into that default, the fruit isn't going to match that kind of mindset. And so for me, I guess I'm avoiding, I'm avoiding doing the hard things right now because I haven't seen the outcome that comes from the hard work. Logically, I know you got to stay with it, right? Like, it's not going to just happen overnight. Logically, we can tell ourselves that. But like from the heart, sometimes it's hard to remind yourself to keep going when it gets hard. And I think it's hard for everybody across the board in a lot of things right now. But remembering and reminding each other and coming to these connection calls every week and connecting with your group first and connecting with your team members, because we're not the only ones experiencing that. And so I feel like sometimes just that gentle reminder to move back into your mindset of abundance, though, I mean, that's not an easy thing to do, right? You're like, oh, okay, great. I'm going to think of abundance versus scarcity because, last week we talked about, this is a small example, and maybe some of you are feeling this too. That's why I'll bring it up. But I ordered the little baggies, which PS, have you in your life ever seen a baggie so small? Clearly I ordered the wrong size to begin with. Okay.
This
wasn't
so
gonna work.
cute.
Yeah, and it came in this like massive, and I was like, well, okay, keep a mindset of abundance here. We got to return these and get some new. Cut off all the cards. I was in it to win it. And they're so good, they sold out. Right? So like now I'm sitting here with 550 little baggies, all this mail that needs to go out. And I'm telling myself to sit in a mindset of abundance, right? So I think this is where the avoidance comes in when you hit these pushbacks that are out of our control. I'm so excited that it was such a desired collection that it sold out. It can still go into club. That's something I'm shifting to abundance, talking to customers about club. But I think something that you were saying, like with that Peloton and that muscle memory, we cannot get hung up on these roadblocks. And that's where I'm at. So I'm just avoiding doing the action because I'm hitting roadblocks. Again, logically, we can talk ourselves through that, but sometimes through the heart, it's hard not to take it personal, right? It's hard not to unanswered messages or unanswered texts or parties not coming out the way you're hoping, or I'm just being real. This is where for me the avoidance starts if it doesn't meet the expectation. So for me, my avoidance kind of has to start with my own heart work first. So I guess maybe I need to get a Peloton. is what I'm gaining from all of this is get a Peloton and return these and keep rolling.
I did see somebody local was selling one, but in the interim, you can use my non-Peloton stationary bike in my garage if you'd like to.
Listen, I would find a way to make that thing go down the street. I don't trust myself on stationary equipment of any kind.
Okay, listen, how do you all use a stationary bike? Like I did it once and I thought I was never going to walk again.
Oh no, you really have to get used to it. It's a lot for your parts.
Yeah, that was. I vowed 10 years ago to never ever get back on that. Like I thought we were done having children after that.
That's fair. I remember my first time too. This conversation turned.
Ever. But Katie, I have ordered those bags before an accident and I still have them somewhere because I did not. So, do as I say and not as I do. And okay, thank you. Bye.
So I didn't mean for that to be negative, but just real talk that I think sometimes it's easy to go back into that mindset of scarcity when our action doesn't reap the rewards, I suppose, that we are expecting. So that's where I'm at, is what I need to do now. I guess is the question mark. Logically, I know we just need to keep pushing, right? Like it's on the other side of hard. Like if this was so easy, everybody would do it and everybody would shoot to the top immediately, right? It's hard for a reason. You got to keep going. But that mental work is where I start to find avoidances just in my own head.
What was your plan for those samples? Were you full scent?
So I did like where you attach like the sample to each. And then my plan that was my touch for the month with my customers is I'm trying to, another leader just once said, it was on Instagram this week, don't do for 10 what you can't do for 1,000 or 100 or 1,000. And so what I was doing for my customer touches isn't going to work in growth. So I'm trying to find a new way to still connect with them, get something tangible in their hand. And I'm hoping what this does too is give them a reason to reach back out as well. Because I don't, where maybe I get in my mind too, like you, Ariel, is like, I don't want to be too eager. I don't want to seem like I'm constantly showing up if they're not responding. So last time I did something tangible like this and put something in their hand, I got a great result. So this was going to be my win until I didn't move fast enough and we had to sell out.
Is going to be your win.
What club?
Well, they're probably going to pour some more. It might not be for a couple weeks because I think probably the reason they run out is usually like the labels because they make the wax on hand unless they're missing specific oils for the waxes.
Mhm.
Like it's usually a label issue. So
Also club, you know, like
yeah,
they
club.
can club. So I don't think that it's wasted at this point. I think like if you have those things on hand, if you have the wax on hand, make the dang samples. Also, you don't have to make all of them. You can choose the candy cane one and the gingerbread one and only do those two. You do not have to do all of them. That is, did you say you have 550 of them to mail out?
Oh no, no, that's how many baggies.
Oh, I was like,
that's how many of Lee's little doodads I got to figure out what to do with. Cause I mean, like you can't even open it. Like, do you see like it in my hand?
Literally, I have them. Yeah. I can't. You can't even put anything in there. You can put like a Tic Tac, and don't do that. So,
and Tic Tacs.
Yeah,
we don't extra.
Yeah, we just don't have those. So like, it's not. You can put about 4 grains of washer whiffs in those. That's about it. Completely can't do it. So, but I've ordered those before and on an accident. The right size is the 2-inch by 3-inch for the baggies.
So what size does Kaylin have?
So I got these honestly because you, Maggie. No, these are maybe they're 1.5 by 2 technically, but they fit this teeny, and they could be smaller even. Like they fit these teeny little circles that I saw you using on your story, Maggie. And they fit a cute little 1-inch sticker on them, and then I can throw like 10 of these in an envelope, and it still goes with the account. So
yes, those are great. But I just mean like you don't have to do all 5 of those scents if you don't want to. Pick 2. Pick the 2 best ones. We already know what buttercream smells like. Everybody knows. Everybody can guess what that one smells like. The best 2 scents, in my opinion, and the ones that I sold the most of, are the gingerbread and the candy cane. So if you have 100 mailers to send out times, 4 cents? That's 400 samples. That's 400 dipped circles. That's 400 baggies, which if you want to do that, go for it.
Not particularly.
I don't need, I don't think, for me, I don't need to do that. And I've learned that. So I pick like my favorites and I'll do it that way, because that way, like it frees up my time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And kind of leaves them guessing a little bit, but I don't know. I haven't looked at the product status list, so I don't know when it says they're going to be back. They say that they're going to be back, but they can also add it to club. If they really want it that badly, they can start a club order one time and then cancel it. You know what I mean? So I don't think that it's wasted. I think that your effort into creating that card, which is adorable, by the way.
Brandy. Gotta give a shout out to Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy. Great work there.
She got a share page.
Or the share, whatever. Whoever's work, well done. Your effort in like the thought of getting those samples out, of what you were going to do with them, of what your hope was in getting those into your customers' hands, that is not wasted. Like, yes, I know that it sold out, but nobody could have known that. Nobody could have known.
Right.
So carry on with the plan. If by the time they get it, the candy cane one sells out or whatever, sell them a bar of perfect peppermint and vanilla bean buttercream. That's really what that fragrance is. Let's be serious.
And then you could do those cute little bundles that you like, right?
Yeah.
Let's make it a 6-pack. Let's do whatever.
We pivot, So I think like, yes, I understand the letdown of, oh, this is what I was hoping for. We've not had to sell out in a collection in a very long time. So nobody expected it to sell out like that. I mean, God bless it. What happened? But it did. So we pivot, and it's gonna be fine. And if nobody's gonna never buy from you again if they the way that candy cane buttercream smelled and they can't order it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
where the scarcity comes in, right? If you're not contacting them enough, you kind of go into the forget pile. So that's where like kind of that scarcity mindset I need to get away from, is that this is not the end of the world if you can't keep
Yeah.
those, consistent. But like everybody else has already thrown out today, that's kind of where this new technology and stuff comes in too, that it's easy to avoid because it's change, it's different. And then I still go back to my handy dandy mail, but maybe too, this is a great kick in the pants to start looking at other means of reaching out too. But thank you, that it helps the old noggin, because sometimes like I can't be the one knocking on this door. It's like nobody's home.
And it
I
is
don't
hard.
want to hear from you.
I've been. No, they'll be so excited to get that regardless of if they can actually buy it right then or not, or if they maybe have to pivot just a little bit and add it to club, or if they have to order 2 bars to get that fragrance that they really like they'll still do it. So none of that's, they care more about your effort and like that touch point than they do anything else. So I don't think that the dream is still alive, still there. So I would move forward with it if it was me.
Let's go Peloton.
Yes.
Do it.
Back on it.
Thank you.
I love what you said though. When our outcome doesn't equal our expectation, our mind's reaction is typically scarcity. And so knowing what the typical reaction is going to be helps us to be able to identify, pause, and redirect. But it's not just like a flip of a switch. It's going to take work to reroute those neural pathways, right? The neuroplasticity. That sounded right. Say it with confidence. As a side note, I just wanted to mention we had our Leaders Lounge meeting last Sunday, and nobody corrected me that last Sunday was not indeed the 3rd Sunday of the month. Last Sunday was the 2nd Sunday of the month, you guys. So anyway, we did it early, unintentionally, but with confidence. And I'm human, right? So this is something else. In the recap email, I made sure to mention I'm human. However, a good lesson is learned here that when you do something with such confidence, people are going to believe you and follow you. Just don't do illegal things, Keep it clean. Okay, who else wants to share what they are currently avoiding in their business? You don't have to, right? Again, safe space, but I totally get it. If you don't want to say it out loud to us, I would encourage you to say it out loud to somebody or write it down so that you can actually see.
I'll go.
Yes. Okay, Michelle.
I don't like to talk, so I'm avoiding meeting new people because I don't like to meet new people.
Mhm.
And earning incentive trips really stress me out. Like I get so stressed out because there's no room for me to not make it. It's not a choice. I'm gonna make it. So this one that we're in right now, I'm probably gonna earn it, but I think it was by luck because I'm really not by luck. I mean, I'm still working hard every day, but I think my natural consistency got me to earn it. But next year, like I really need to meet more people. And I'm avoiding it because I think I don't know how, and I'm avoiding trying to figure out how because I don't like meeting new people. So yeah, I said that out loud. There we go.
Well, so may I remind you, I appreciate you saying that out loud. Might I just remind you that you started your business stateside. You moved to Guam, had a very successful growth there, moved back to America, and you are still growing consistently.
Yeah, I am. I compare everything to Guam, and I need to stop doing that.
Yep.
Because Guam is another world. Like that was absolute phenomenal. Like I have to stop comparing what I'm doing now to what I did during COVID in Guam. I have to stop doing that to myself. And I don't know how to turn that off.
I totally get that. I think my reminder was meant more to show you that you have done hard things in all these transitions and you've met new people in all these different spaces. So you know how to do it. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck, but you can do it. You are capable and you are awesome.
I am. I'm just avoiding it because I don't like meeting new people.
Totally get it. I totally get it. I'm feeling that too. So, but you are wonderful.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to share, or do we want to pivot again to how best to work the last 2 weeks of the month, because Thanksgiving's in there, right? And then also how to work the 2 weeks of December before the cutoff. Because I think having a plan going into this next 4 weeks is going to be very beneficial to you guys, knowing that you're ideally going to have some rest with Thanksgiving, and knowing that you're going to need to push through just for a couple weeks. And then depending on what your goals are, you can figure out how to work around the holidays or not work during the holidays. I know a lot of leaders take off after cutoff through the end of the year, but they've built their businesses up in such a way that they can do that, that they know they're going to be hitting their goals to be able to make that happen. It takes planning, but it's absolutely possible. So I'd love to hear from you guys, because I think everybody has been around at least one holiday season. Well, looking at the names, yeah, so Edie's last holiday season was her first. So everybody has had at least one holiday season with Scentsy. What are some things that have worked for you during this time? Like, what are some focuses you've had? Because sometimes focusing on like one subset of things makes it easier to move. Does that make sense? Maggie, I saw you take a big breath, but you're still muted. It looks like you wanted to share wisdom.
Sorry. Yes, but I wanted to let other people have a chance to talk first. So I will share what I do, because I'm a big believer in turning off at about the 15th so that I can have very intentional time with my family. Because every other year we travel for Christmas, and this year we're going to North Carolina for Christmas to spend, that time with my family. So I have a very real cutoff for actual like in-person gifts this year. I have kind of set a precedence with my local customers that I do a holiday open house every year. And I save up my host rewards from my like catch-all parties for a couple of months before. Like, I just closed out several parties a few days ago with like $600 or $700 worth of free product. And I make those into gift bundles. And this is just something that I offer to my local customers every year. They know that I do like a 2 or 3 day long event, and they come and they get all of their like teacher gifts from me, little easy grab and go things. They know they can text me for stuff. And my goal is to have like a huge chunk of my stock cleaned out, because I don't purchase stock. I use my half price and free stuff, and then people can buy it from there. But I really try to be intentional about the things that I'm offering. So they love the wall fan diffusers and pods. I go to Hobby Lobby and get those little like cookie boxes, and you put it in there with some little confetti or whatever it's called, like the shredded paper, and then a thing of pods. The gift wrapping is kind of my own touch. I don't charge them for that, but that is always my big push toward the end of the year. The first 2 weeks of December especially is getting gifts in people's hands, because the more gifts people give that are from me, the more new potential customers that I'll have too. So I try to really do that. The buddy drive is always big for me in November, but really this is gifting time for a lot of people. So I try really hard to make our products available for that, be suggesting things. You can carefully share on your social media the way that you are helping your customers gift things. I mean, you can't say, I have this bundle and it's available for $35, but you can say like, hey, I made up this cute bundle for a customer today. It's only $35 or whatever, try not to say the price, but you need to make sure that you're making it clear that those are not available products that you are showcasing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that you've given to a customer or you've made up for a customer. People like easy. And even if you are going to, maybe you have a lot of customers that are not local, you can still do this without having to mail it to them. You can show them an example of what their gift could look like. It'll ship right to them. I've even had people that have I've direct shipped product to them, and I might offer to mail them the boxes or whatever, you know what I mean? Or tell them where they can get it. They can make up their own, but giving people ideas of how they can use our products to serve them and their friends and family well in this season is really my big push at the end of the year for gifts, and that kind of thing, and making their house smell good at Christmas time. Because who doesn't want that,
For sure. I love that. And there's a lot of fun images that people have shared. I think I uploaded them to the tribe yesterday, or I'm going to go check, that you can use as examples. Say, hey, getting ready to do some customer gifts for people. Here's what previous years have looked like. I can do something similar. Let me know your budget and I'll take care of you. And you're not saying any prices, but it's open, but they kind of see examples of what you can do. And if you say these are examples of past years, it's implied that you might not have the same exact packaging or the way to present it, but you can make something similar.
Ariel?
Yes.
This is Edie. You did post those yesterday because one of the things that dawned on me, everybody can just laugh, but I thought Thanksgiving was 2 weeks away, and I was informed on Tuesday that it's a week away. So, yeah, okay, no time frame here, but that's okay because we all know how to pivot. But you did post those pictures because one of the things that I go live on Thursday nights, and I'll have to do something different next Thursday because I'll be with family. They'll be with family. It's just a check-in post. And I've seen it a couple of times. Amazon has, and I think you even posted the link, these cute little boxes with a corner window where you can put a room spray. So I saw that you hadn't posted yet. And my husband we have our own family business that he runs, and we have a holiday party, and he always does car wash certificates as part of their little gift at the dinner. And I said, I saw the box and I said, so are you going to give the gift of Scentsy again? And he's like, of course, because my car smells great. It's better than the little trees. He's a great advertiser. So tonight on my live, I've got those boxes in from Amazon, and I'm going to be doing just like what was suggested, showing them how to put different gifts together. I've gotten a few smaller baskets that I was going to grab stuff like the little, and I'm not going to call it the right thing, the mini nativity warmer, and just showing them how to do certain things that they can do at home. And again, where can you go to get this and get it to you? Because now it's crunch time for holiday gift giving. If you have to go through Amazon and everything, we've got to be aware. At least Scentsy tells us what the deadline for ordering is. But last year I experienced getting gift boxes for my husband like 2 days before the party because Amazon was taking their time, and I think they came on a slow boat from somewhere. It was very frustrating because things came piecewise. Yeah. And so my takeaway from last year in this push period is that you need to make everybody aware of it, because how many people are going to be just like me going, what? It's Thanksgiving already?
So many. So many.
What life is complicated, and to me, gift giving shouldn't be. It should be the fun part.
Yeah. Well, and so too, with Thanksgiving coming up, if you are in town and you have the ability to get some stuff together that you have on hand, like people are going to be going to other people's houses. So it's also a great opportunity to offer a host gift. Somebody
exactly.
Hey, I have a hostess gift. I have a fragrance flower. I bet whoever would love this. And package it up real cute, put something like a little sweet note in there, and voila, a hostess gift.
Yep. I mean, and we say we're about giving, and that's exactly it. I've gone to a couple of being just in this now, almost a complete cycle. I've gone to we get invited to dinner, and it's almost like the hostess expects that. Building customers over time, they might not remember it the first couple of Scentsy gifts you give them, but they'll eventually order. And my example is that I had a customer that has been watching me, and when we get together, I'll bring her a little something, and she was like, I need to order. And she just at the end of October called out of the blue and said, it's about time I ordered something. So you never know if to me, if the sale comes now, it's awesome. But if it comes a year from now, wow, that's helping me a year from now.
For sure.
Yeah,
it's a great example too, is of never stop sharing. Like a lot of what we do is just going to be rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's like that joke that kids love to tell, AKA I'm a kid. Pete and repeat, we're on a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left?
Yep.
Over and over again until we die. And that's okay. Knowing that is half the battle. Doing it is the other half, right? But you keep doing what you're going to do, and people will fall. I don't want to say fall in line, but fall in line, for lack of a better term. Yeah. So what are some other things that you guys can do to promote your business these next couple weeks? We've got the fun bundles that are launching on Monday. And that cute little penguin. Oh my gosh, he's just so sweet. He should have been part of the glam collection, got a little sparkle. Promoting those. There's going to be the holiday gift guide. Making sure that people know what you have to offer. Again, rinse and repeat until you die.
And Ariel, I think it's always fun. Something that worked for me last year why we've been on this call, I've been creating is, don't forget the adoption certificates. Candy in the collective just shared sometime recently one that you can, if you're using Canva, you can just make it your own. And flip it that way. But I think the adoption certificates are a cute way to promote something. If they're giving it to a kid. And I love the penguin and his little bow. I'm like, wow, how cute. He should have been glammy, but that's okay.
Yeah, he's just so dapper, but that's a great idea too, stocking stuffers, gift certificates, or not gift certificates, like adoption certificates that come with the buddy of like, hey, this is your buddy specifically gifted to you for X, Y, or Z, or like the reindeer food. We've got that sweet reindeer in the collection right now. You could do a bag of reindeer food with it, or just a little print off that you send them and they can make it with their kid, or whatever. There's so many great options to make gifting fun and easy. I know last year there were a couple times like people wanted Oakley the Owl, and so I had a letter from Ilops Owlery from Harry Potter. It was totally in compliance because I didn't list anything that was specific about Harry Potter on there. But I sent it to my people, or I sent them like the printable version that was already customized for them. That was just a little something extra. Super easy.
Artificial trees too. So many people do that. So adding value to our products too, making sure we're showing the wall fan diffusers plugged in behind artificial trees, or using the scent circles hidden within the trees, and showing how you can use room spray to kind of revamp those scent circles if they're going a little dormant over time or before you're expecting company. I think something else to utilize if you're choosing to use like Insta stories and stuff to reach more people is showing Christmas essentials. What do you use in your bathrooms? What are you using in your entryways and shoe drop zones to keep your house smelling fresh while you're having a house full of stuffed people? I think sometimes the other thing that I've only done 2 holiday seasons, but both times I have been shocked to see that the last minute reach outs. Do you have anything I can pick up? And I'm talking like last minute, like down to even the 23rd, where people are like, hey, do you happen to have a mini plug-in, things like that. So I think remembering to utilize those rewards for yourself to have things on hand, because it never fails. People want those last minute, help me, I forgot about somebody. Or I received a gift I wasn't expecting, I need something to reciprocate. Those would be my only 2 cents. But the Insta stories for the Christmas trees. I think adding value to people. People want their house to smell like Fraser fir is burning all over. So we can help with that.
Fraser fir.
Like pine.
Yeah.
Piney goodness.
I can't take credit for this. It's one of my genius customers, but she reached out about gift certificates and was asking if she could purchase the gift certificates and turn it into a party. So I talked to her about, I'll create the gift certificates. They shop with me, and once they redeem, then she gets to collect rewards. So that was something like, if you know someone needs to buy a lot of stuff, turn it into a party for them, even if it's gift certificates. She was totally okay with waiting because then she could possibly shop from the spring catalog. Because she already got her fill on the Christmas stuff. So it's a way to like, I mean, I know we can't really keep their money, but it's something we're gonna do. So she's a good friend of mine, and so she's fine with it. But so she's ordering like $300 or $400 worth of gift certificates. She'll mail them out, and then once they redeem it all, it's gonna turn into a party for her. So I thought that was such a great idea, a different way to party per se.
I really like that. I've never thought about doing that, but I don't have a lot of people inquire about gift certificates either. So, but yeah, gift certificates, you can customize those too so that they go directly to your link. For those of you who didn't know, if you buy gift certificates through the workstation, they can actually be used on anybody's website. It is not beholden to yours alone. So making it as easy as possible with like a QR code to shop directly is going to be the best option to ensure that those customers do come back to you.
Ariel, and you to circle all the way back to what were you avoiding? It's a great conversation to have with people with what Brandy just suggested to that have personal shopping links right now. Don't know what to get a gift certificate. You build more rewards because they redeem through me, and I'm in control of making sure which link it goes through. We just have to communicate who you're giving it to so that I know when they make that call whose party to attach it to. I think that's kind of a little bit of an ingenious thing as we approach the top of the hour.
Does anybody have anything else that they want to add super quick? We've got about a minute left on our time. Anything else that they want to add that they do for the next 4 weeks? No? Great, cool. I think just communicating with your customers, Ariel, is going to be the best option for you to do. Talk, follow up, post, share. Don't expect the posts that you make on social media to be the spaghetti noodles that stick on the wall, but let it be part of the dish you're making, right? Dishes require many ingredients, not just some spaghetti that sticks to the wall. So follow up, touch base with your customers, Ariel, communicate with them, and make sure that they are taken care of.
I just want to say thank you because while I was listening to you guys talk about not following up, I just went and added 20 new customers to my project broadcast that I had not followed up with in the last 2 months.
Fantastic. Hey, good work. Way to use your time. Love that. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. Really appreciate it. You guys bring so much value. And even if you're just watching the replay, and if you have something that sticks out to you or something that you do or something you want to try, we'd love it if you would share it with us, because collectively we all make such a difference to each other. So thank you for your time. It is valuable, and I will let you go. Have a great time. Oh, no call next week because of Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, my friends. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.